Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 3-0 Take, where we talk all things Major League Baseball. Here's Kyle Corwin and Nate Reyes. It all starts right now.
Oh, welcome back to the 3-0 Take, presented by Chinook Ceadery. This episode 576.
Whoa.
Didn't we already do 576? Am I behind? Wasn't 576 last episode?
Well, now the pressure's on. You think that I remember?
Nope, we're good. 576, episode 576. I'll be your host, Kyle Corwin. I'm here with my co-host, Nate Reyes. Nate.
Howdy ho. KC, how are we?
I love postseason baseball. I love it so much.
Gets you a little fired up.
Watching that game that just wrapped up, man, I'm like, this is why we do what we do. This is why we watch baseball. This is why we watch baseball in October, even when our team is out of it. For games like this, when the stakes couldn't be higher.
They were high.
This is why we tune in. This is why we lose sleep.
Yeah.
This is why we block out essentially anything and everything in our lives until November hits.
Pretty much. Sick in the head.
Or as much as our significant other will allow us to block out.
That's probably more accurate. That's
before it becomes a nuisance, you know?
Probably a better thing.
Yeah.
Probably a better thing.
More accurate.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's start with the 2-game series, or the series that has finished up 2 games. The Mariners and Blue Jays. We haven't even recorded actually since that. We haven't even had a chance to really talk about that 15-inning game, which we don't need to.
No,
we don't need to do a deep dive in, but just real quick, your thoughts.
Dude. Crazy.
Oh, was that a dig? Excelente? Was that a dig at me because that's the only language that I can apparently watch these games in? Was that a dig, or
was that one too? That game too, as well.
You're asking like game 2 or
no that
game as well? Yeah, no. This is where
it's all been Spanish.
This is where the issue was discovered, was it not? Isn't this the game where I texted you guys and was like, why can I only find this game in ESPN or Fox Deportes?
Just trying to brush up a little bit, you know.
I mean, I'm down for a Spanish homer call, but I can't do 15 innings.
Yeah.
It's been too long since Spanish 2.
Yeah. Good game though.
Heck of a game.
I'd like someone to bunt at some point before the 15th inning, especially when we're just talking about, hey, we're blowing through every pitcher that we have. I'm assuming some of those guys didn't even wear cleats to the ballpark and we're sitting there. No. They had to go throw them on. Clubby had to go grab those spikes. So would have appreciated a bunt or two to try and move a guy up. A lot of first and second no outs. A lot of second no outs. No, it's just not.
So many times during that game. And honestly, I feel like a lot during this month of postseason baseball, I've had the thought of, I'm tired of hearing about, well, normally you'd bunt here, but what the numbers say, what the tendencies show, I don't care what the tendencies show. Just give up the out and lay down a bunt. Like, stop trying to like reinvent the game. Just do what works.
I don't understand it, but whatever.
Like we've talked,
won.
Yes. Wrapping up my thoughts on that. We talked so much, I feel like, in the early stages postseason where it's like, oh, interesting, now there's a massive shift and we're seeing a lot of small ball and teams are willing to lay down a punt. But equally, I feel like there's been a handful of opportunities this postseason where teams have not chosen to take that route And sometimes maybe it costs them. Sometimes maybe it doesn't, but it just seems like the easy decision, you know?
Yeah. I do know.
Yeah.
I do know.
No need to overthink it. But let's talk about the teams that are still in this thing, huh? Mad props to the Tigers.
They gave it their all. I mean, we called it. I knew it was going all 5. Didn't know they were going to push a 6th in there. But I
see
didn't.
what you did there.
Yeah.
It took me a second. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, did they make this a 7-game series?
I'm very impressed. I was very shocked that their pitching could hang on.
And in a more
take care.
In a more general sense, like I said, general sense, as it pertains to.
Oh no, that's your one.
That's fine. As it pertains to the collapse, I said this last episode, the fact that they pushed this series to 5. I mean, the fact that they, like I said, you boot the Guardians, that's enough in and of itself. But the fact that you push this to 5 and make it a series the way that you did, there should be no question about. Yeah, there should be no question about whether the collapse is still relevant. Anyway, moving on. Just had to cover that game real quick because, like I said, didn't get a chance to talk about it. So there, box is checked. Moving on. Mariners, Blue Jays. Talking about some more electric postseason baseball. My pick for ALCS MVP leads off the bottom of the first with a leadoff homer, and I'm feeling real good about myself. I was thinking about maybe just taking an early victory lap, but alas, these last 2 days have not gone well for not only my ALCS MVP pick, but the team that I picked to win the series in the Blue Jays. But this game 1, more great ball.
Very good ball.
Game 2, not so much, but game 1, very good ball. Is this the postseason of Jorge Polanco? Pretty safe to say that at this point, I don't know who else is taking that title.
He's the new Kike. It's what it appears.
I would be curious. What's Kike's OPS? Because I'm with you. Kike went for some reason when the calendar flips October, he turns it up another level.
I may be cheating a little bit because I feel like I heard it recently, but I think it's in like the 850s. Career postseason OPS.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, because I'm just wondering if it's more like clutch ABs as opposed to
actual production,
actual like extra base hits the way.
Yeah, I think it's north of 850.
Where are we at here? Nope, I don't want. Why is it so hard to find stats?
It is hard to find stats. It is. We should hire somebody.
That is the first time I've ever looked for stats on somebody for Baseball Reference, and it was not on the first page. What's happening?
I don't know if I'm a Baseball Reference truther.
I just
falling out on them.
Yeah.
Like I think I said this like a couple months ago. They're like the Craigslist of baseball websites. Just the least amount of effort being put in.
They've used this interface, I think, for like 15 years, maybe more. All right. I should have had this readily available.
And it just is ridiculously slow.
All right. Postseason OPS. He's played in 22 postseason series. Got an OPS at 869. 15 homers. Okay,
yeah,
so
dude. Yeah.
Putting some, I mean, I think a lot of that is due to that 2021 run.
Well,
the
I'm
Sox.
yeah, between the blend of his time with the Dodgers and the Red Sox, it's given a lot of opportunities.
For sure.
So,
But we're talking Jorge Polanco because
We
this
sure
is
are.
the postseason of Jorge Polanco.
big moments, big homers off of big arms.
You gotta and I mean this genuinely, and I'm not just saying this. Like, it takes a special kind of player. Like, it takes a special mental makeup to be able to do what he's doing right now. It really does. Like, this isn't just, I hope, like, I truly hope people that are listening, that are watching, understand this. Like, this isn't just just got hot at the right time, or, wow, didn't expect that from this individual. It's my belief, a lot of people may disagree. It's my belief that you either have that mental makeup or you don't. And it's just a matter of whether that particular individual flips it on in that moment. I don't think you just stumble into a postseason that Jorge Polanco's having. Is that fair to say?
Keep going.
I feel
selling
as though I've said enough for you to be able to pick a side here.
Keep selling me. I'm not sold yet.
I'm not here to sell. I'm just here to make an observation. I don't think you can just stumble into what Jorge Polanco is doing right now. Because I was thinking about this earlier when I was watching him take ABs. I'm like, you have to have the whatever it is, and he has it. Is that fair?
Please hold.
I mean, throw regular season stats at me. Throw his last 3 months of the regular season at, like, I'm just saying.
19 games. Did this include? I think it included last night. How many games have the Mariners played so far this postseason?
5 plus 7.
Okay, so this is up to date. 19 career postseason games, 17 hits, 5 homers, 13 ribeyes.
6 of his 7 hits this postseason have driven in runs.
Yeah.
According to OptaStats, the first player in MLB history to have a go-ahead hit in the 5th inning or later in 3 consecutive postseason games. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's all this year. It's all this year.
I mean,
Obviously.
I get it. No, I hear you. But I'm just saying, like, to do what I just said, you're not, especially with the talent in Major League Baseball today, I just don't feel like you're lucking into 3 consecutive go-ahead hits in late innings. I don't know. Maybe I'm just way overanalyzing this, but it's been really special to see. George Springer is another guy that I feel like always is doing things this time of year.
Yeah.
Kike Hernandez, like we talked about.
I get what you're saying. There's a gene. There's a switch. There's a button that it can be pressed, and not everybody has that button.
Speaking of button, can we go back to game 1 real quick and ask whether or not the button should have been pressed? No. Do you even know what I'm going to say?
Yes.
You don't think it should have been?
No.
It will admit that it was closer than you thought watching live.
Maybe I don't know what you're going to say. What are you going to say?
That was a great exchange. Cal Raleigh, the play at the plate in the first inning.
Oh, no, that's not what I thought you were going to say.
Well, put a pin in whatever you thought I was going to say, and we'll come back to that after we talk about what I really was going to say, which is, do you think that that call should have been reviewed? The play at the plate?
Yeah. Should have been reviewed, absolutely. This is just tough. Like, at the plate, you're talking about, like, at his heel, did it get down? Did it come up? Like, it's so... It's so hard to tell.
I think it was the timing of the play where I didn't even give it a second thought. And then I'm seeing these slow-mo replays. I'm going, okay, I see what we're talking about here.
I feel like what bugs me is I don't think we pay as much attention to, I don't know if it's maybe what the review has done to just all bang bang plays, but I don't know if we have as much as the common sense as we used to of the tag location, where it's like it as an infielder, you used to remember and kind of feel that like if a guy's going feet first and you had a tag on the top half of his body, that foot is real close to being on the bag, whatever bag it is. It's got to be real close based on that. And I would think most umpires would be able to kind of make that generalization as well. It's not always perfect, but it is like almost like a good rule of thumb that you can almost kind of feel. Same thing, you just reverse it. If they're going in head first, if the tag is on like the below the waist, there's a good chance because of the reach that they're on the bag. So that's what it kind of seemed like. The tag was a little high, like up on the side. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I've lost a lot of faith in our review system this year specifically.
I've seen calls that were just blatantly outright wrong.
Yeah.
And
just
the
wrong.
opposite was confirmed or, whatever. So I'm like, well,
Yeah.
what's the point? Why do we have it if we're getting these calls wrong?
I don't really fully understand it. And I think I said this a few months ago and I'm stealing it from Michael K, but I don't know if anyone else has said this, but his idea was like, don't tell, obviously whoever's in New York, these black shadows, like the deal or no deal bank. I think that they're
Great comp.
exactly what it is. It's the same guy. Howie Mandel is in he's behind the umpiring happening in the New York
If you hear
Center.
if you hear nothing else from this episode, just know that Howie Mandel is in New York.
But I don't know if anyone else said this, but I know Michael K is like a believer in this. So it's like, don't let them know the call on the field. Like, don't let them be aware of what the call is because I feel like it sways too much and they can come in with a little less bias, I guess, or I wouldn't say bias, but I don't know. But it is what it is.
No, that's fair because you're not coming into it looking to uphold or confirm a call that's been made. You're just making an objective call based on the evidence. But I mean, I feel like that should be just standard operating procedure. But
I mean, how do you do it? What do you blur out the umpire that's standing 2 feet from the play that's making the call? Like, I don't know if there's any way around it. But
here's an idea: how about you just not have them watch the game at all, and then instead you have them playing like GTA. And then when there's a call that needs to be reviewed, send them a zoomed in or cropped version of the play real quick because I know you can get those files over real fast.
Yeah.
And then just let them go from there.
Done.
There's your plan.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting for a call, Manfred.
So the button that I was talking about was what button was I talking about? What were we covering? Oh, Gosman. Getting Gosman out.
Yeah.
76, 75, 76 pitches. 76 pitches. And I get it. Like, a couple earned runs, walk. I'm not sitting here saying he looked like super sharp. But I think the Blue Jays were a significantly better team than the Yankees. But the way, and they won the series, so like I can't throw that much shade, but the way they managed the bullpen
so then we know that they were a superior team.
No. The way that, I didn't admit that.
Well, you said you think.
The way that the bullpen was managed made that series closer than it should have been. And when you start giving this other team that many looks at the same arms over and over, and it goes into tonight's game with the Brewers and Dodgers that I'll get into in a minute. But when you get that many looks and you're relying on this many arms that often, it's like, I don't know, maybe just stick with your horse because he's at 76 pitches and believe in him for a sec and understand that there's plenty of ball game left. And it is now a longer series. I feel like he just manages like it's a 3 or 5 game set. And I could very much see him managing his way out of this series because he's treating it like it's an emergency button hit all the time. Like you have to get length out of your starters when it gets into 7 games. You can't do this. And even for game 2, when they're down by 1 million, it's like you're getting all of these guys looks at your arms over and over. That's going to come back and haunt you deeper in the series. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of hitters. I know Jeter said it on the broadcast too. He was like, I of course I want to get a starter out as quick as possible. As a hitter, that's what I want. There's a reason they're starters. Especially for those middle innings. So I don't agree with that move. And I'm not sitting here and I'm not blaming the first 2 games because obviously the bats have gotten cold. But I think it's a major factor. I think it's something to really pay attention to.
Yeah, I mean, I think watching that game, you're watching that game thinking, well, Gausman just looks better. And then Miller ends up going deeper into the game than Gausman does. Yeah. And again, this is just, initial observation.
Same thing, by the way. I think he was in his 70s too when he got yanked.
Yeah. I mean, he gave up that leadoff homer, and then that was really it. Limited the damage the rest of the way. Only finished with 3 strikeouts, had 3 walks, but was able to make it 6. Like I said, deeper than Gausman, but it was just weird to see it play out that way with the way that the game had started.
Yeah, especially with you tied it up right away. You know what I mean?
Right.
I know J-Rod hit that 3-run bomb. We're obviously talking game 2 here. I know J-Rod hit that 3-run bomb, and it's like an early lead, but your team responded right away, and it feels like it's like a reset button. Like, all right, well, that just bought my starter a little bit more time. And it's almost like there was a script that they just stayed on versus just having a finger on the pulse. And that's, I don't know. That's what I've seen in my team for years, so I can't sit here and throw shade again, but just weird, strange decision.
I think I agree with you. I have to guess though that a leadoff homer, again, going back to game 1, a leadoff homer from Springer right away, like literal first pitch in Toronto, I feel like that has to do something to your psyche. Like as professional as these guys are, as many games as these guys have played, as many games as John Schneider's managed, freaking what's his name? Mariners coach. I'm not talking John Schneider. You have to think this. It's just one run. It's just one run.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can with the freaking play, the place coming unglued. You've seen the cameras; they're shaking. People throwing beer up into the air. It's like that. I feel like that makes you approach your pitching a little bit differently. But that's just me. I don't know.
I don't know either, man. I mean, obviously we're not in that dugout making these calls, but it's interesting to see how everything's being kind of just decided. That's all. Dan Wilson, by the way. Just taking
Dan Wilson. Game 2, not nearly as close.
No.
Your guy, your ALCS MVP pick, Julio. 3-run tank. The aforementioned Jorge Polanco 3-run tank.
Punch.
And throw in a Josh Snell 2-run homer.
I saw that was his first homer in the postseason
since the Cole homer.
Since the Cole homer.
Since the "You Are My Son" homer.
Still, I watched it back today and I was like, this is still the wildest reaction to it. I've never seen anything like that. I don't think we ever will again. Unbelievable. Yeah, man. When are we going to start asking the question? Like, did the Blue Jays put a little too much emphasis on the ALDS? Did they celebrate a little too hard? Was that their World Series?
Was that their World Series?
Because like I mean, there was a lot about it. There's a lot about even in the hype video.
I was gonna say the pregame. Did I see that? Are you talking about on social, or are you talking about it in the ballpark? Because I think
ballpark.
Yeah, I saw that they played a little. Yeah,
like at a certain point, it's like it's time to kind of turn our eyes to the next task.
You know, the team that's in your literal ballpark right now, waiting to kick this thing off.
Yeah, who, by the way, just played 15 innings and then flew across the country.
That's honestly the biggest takeaway from all of this. The fact that because they spent the last 5 innings of that 15-inning game talking about how this was such an advantage for the Blue Jays, and the Blue Jays are just licking their chops, seeing every last bullpen arm come out of that pen.
Unbelievable tweet,
see that door swing wide open.
Unbelievable tweet.
That was a banger tweet. I mean, that's postseason Hall of Fame worthy as it relates to tweets. That's, I mean, talk about just sending something out real quick without running it by the boss, you know? No, but we were all thinking it. Like we were all delirious at that point. So honestly, I'm not even surprised. But that's the biggest takeaway, though. The fact that the Mariners completely disregarded that narrative. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. We've actually got, I don't know if you've heard about it. We've actually got great coffee out here in Seattle. So we're good.
I don't remember who said that.
We're awake.
I was listening to somebody. I don't remember who. But they were like, they brought up the point where it's like, maybe they just, like, the Blue Jays had time to, like, get nervous. You know what I mean? The Blue Jays had time to, like, have the buildup of this, where the Mariners just, like, we have no time. We have no sleep. We just got to go keep winning. And it almost, I wonder if it, like, helped them in a way. I think there's certain teams that would obviously hurt, and you wouldn't blame them for it hurting them. But they just rolled right through. They just went right up to Canada and said, suck it. And I'm about it. I'm about that life.
I was getting accused in the comments. Somebody called me out and said, Kyle hates America for my Jays pick. And I'm like, relax. First of all,
comments.
Honestly, I was playing the long game. I was trying to get the Jays into the World Series so that the good old red-blooded Milwaukee Brewers. Well, we'll get to that. But my thought process was you get the red-blooded casserole-loving Milwaukee Brewers in that World Series and just sweep the Blue Jays back on home to Toronto, you know?
Yeah.
That was my thought process in those picks. It's not about hating America. No, I just felt good about the Jays pick, and
y'all just gotta relax in the comment section. Like, it's calm down. It's not that serious. Everyone's wrong all the time, including you leaving this comment. Just chill.
I've had some wild exchanges.
I know. Sometimes you have time.
Sometimes I have time, And boy, is it fun.
I like when you have time.
It's just hilarious to me because these people don't understand that I don't care. Like I care. Like I care about what we're doing. I care about the games I'm watching, but they're trying to get a response, and I just I don't care. I'm not going to give it to them because at the end of the day, it's baseball, you know. Yeah, dude, the Mariners just coming in like taking 2 on the road. You could say they stole the first one. I'm kind of, ever since AJ Hinch made those comments in that post-game presser about you can't really steal it, you got to earn it. I'm more in that camp now. So I'm not going to just throw around the whole they went in, they stole game 1. But you could say of the 2, you could say that's the one they did it on. But game 2, I mean, a joke. And now they head back home to Seattle, where the coffee's strong, and the games will probably be late. Right? What are we looking at for start time for that when they get back home? 8:00. Okay. Yeah. So and then 8:30 the next night. That's
wow.
What 8:33 to be exact. I'm not entirely sure what we're doing there. But wow. As I mentioned, this is the kind of putting a bow on this. This is the postseason of Jorge Polanco.
It's impossible to look up stats.
You guys just been doing it all, and they are now up 2-0, primarily as a result of what he's been able to do. Shout out to the bullpen, by the way, for Seattle. 6 shutout innings in game 2. And then obviously holding it down after Bryce Miller's effort in game 1. So I think combined, that's 3 innings, 3 plus the 6 tonight. That's 9 innings of shutout ball from the Seattle bullpen. So hat tip to them.
And one last thought, we can move on.
Yeah.
This ain't a 5-game set anymore. It's now 2-3-2.
Correct.
They're in Seattle for 3. This ain't a 2-2-1-1-1 situation. It's a 2-3-2.
There's a very realistic chance we've seen the last postseason baseball game in Toronto. Some are saying it, not me.
Some are.
I'm throwing it out there, though.
I'll say it.
I know you will. I can always count on you to say it.
Rogers Center's dead. It's done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Roof open, roof closed. Don't matter. It's done.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, maybe. Which I'm kind of out. I'll be honest with you. I love the idea of opening that thing every game for the regular season, but postseason, how are we not just leaving that closed? What are we doing? What are we doing? They put out a tweet. They put out a tweet and it was like ball weather. And I'm like, use this to your advantage. Close that thing up.
Yeah, make it loud.
Have this place come unglued.
Make it nasty.
They did, but it was because they're getting taken to the shed.
Woo-hoo! The wood shed.
The wood shed. They were the game got so out of hand there down the stretch that they were talking about on the broadcast. They were talking about the French fries and gravy and poutine or whatever that they have there. Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, if this is what we're talking about with a third of the game to go, I guess I can maybe, go get a snack or something.
I'm gonna head on out. You a poutine guy?
Don't even know what it is.
You've never partook. It's honestly just a mess.
Partaken. You've never partaken.
I like partook.
I don't. Partaken. I don't remember seeing it when I was up there.
It's just a jumble of stuff. They just get fries and cheese curds.
The cheese curds, that was the other part I was missing.
Tater tots or something, I don't know. And then they just dump gravy on it. And I'm sure it's all right.
What I do remember seeing, and I was looking at pictures from our trip when we went up there this summer when they beat I think they beat the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wouldn't have been hard, but
unnecessary.
I took pictures of the like little tender, their version of the tender bucket. And they got this thing, which I don't know if you can see. It's this Heinz plum sauce. And like, that's their ketchup. Well, it's not their ketchup, but it was as readily available as you would find like honey mustard or barbecue or ketchup at
Put that thing up there again.
Yeah. This is.
Who's got the ox? AUX prunes. Ox prunes. Sorry for anyone that speaks French. I mean, it's prune. It's
Kraft Heinz
was that
Canada.
Heinz?
Oh yeah, Heinz Canada. Not important. We don't need to be talking about ox plumes. But yeah, that was a sauce that was a sauce that came with the tender. I didn't have it. I was scared. I
would be too.
I was like, has this been vetted? Do we know if this has been approved by the FDA?
I can't get a link in English. Everything's in French.
Well,
BritSuperstore.com. Yeah, let's take their word for it. They're
we've
like
gone too
beans
far.
And white bread.
Beans in it. We've gone too far.
Never. I'll throw shade all over
the
whole country.
Look, Canada, sorry. This is just at least what we've seen thus far. Not to say the series is over, but this is just a little bit of payback for all that noise y'all were talking on Canada Day.
I heard
a little sharper of a knife turn. It wasn't just your regular Canada Day pride when I was up there. It was like, Canada Day, but also suck it, America. And I'm like, I'm going home now. I'm out.
Wasn't today like their Thanksgiving?
Yeah, Canadian Thanksgiving. Yeah, so the fact that the Mariners
by the way,
humiliated them, I don't know. I think they still do turkey. I saw they had a turkey in the booth. I'm like, okay, I guess this is
what event are they celebrating?
I mean, according to Wikipedia, a celebration of being thankful for what one has and the bounty of the previous year.
So they just stole our holiday, and then
unlike the U.S. holiday
earlier.
Unlike the U.S. holiday, it has distinct origins rooted in earlier feasts of gratitude and is not directly tied to the story of Plymouth Rock and American nation's founding. Yeah, so it's literally they just want to be happy and grateful and all that stuff, which is cool, but like it's not the American.
Don't call it Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for this game one between the Dodgers and Brewers.
Why is that?
Well, we got to see, dare I say, given the circumstances,
best start of the postseason?
Well, I was going to say one of the best postseason starts we've ever seen. Is that fair? 8 innings, 1 hit on the road, 10 strikeouts to set the tone for a best of 7. I didn't say the best. I said one of the best. Is that fair?
I think one can make that argument.
I'm making that argument. I'm the one.
Dominated.
I mean, this was the Blake Snell show until. Well, I'm not going to put blame on Roki. I mean, yeah, he wasn't as sharp as he has been.
Yeah,
it wasn't terribly sharp. But let me ask you this, because it was talked about. Saw people going back and forth about it. Would you have brought Snell back out for the 9th?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. How many was he at though?
It was like 100. It's like 105, 107. It was over 100, I believe.
It's tough. I mean, Roki's looked pretty solid in this role the whole postseason, so maybe not. That wasn't my questionable. That wasn't what I made note of. I didn't like Uribe coming in for the Brewers. I didn't like that. I did. I understand we got to keep it at 1, but like I don't like, because look what happened. Now it's not a closed situation, And now you're showing you a little bit of weakness, and they got to you because they did get to him. And that's all that takes for the rest of that series.
No,
and say, hey, we've got to him already. I don't like it.
No, I disagree.
What's the point?
You're literally a Caleb Durbin keeping his back leg planted and wearing that pitch with the bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth away from not even thinking about that point you just made about whether you should have brought him in or whether you should have saved him for a game 2 or and beyond. I mean, we'll see him again. But to your point, you're a hit pit. You're what, 6 inches away?
Didn't wear that. Unbelievable.
That's what I'm saying.
What are we doing getting out of the way? What happened to baseball? I don't.
6 inches away from not even being a conversation.
Wear that. How many times did you yell from the dugout? Wear that. If anyone got out of the way, you yelled. Is that not a thing anymore?
I don't know. You typically let the guy hear about it when he came back into the dugout.
Wear that off the teeth if it meant that it was going to tie the game in the ninth. Ugh.
Bases loaded too, man.
I understand it.
And that's the crazy thing. That's how baseball works. When the bases are loaded and you get hit by a pitch, it's a guaranteed run. It's not like the umpire, it's not left up to the umpire's discretion, like, oh, should I award a run here? No, like that's the beauty in getting hit when the bases are loaded, because it's an automatic run. And in this situation, it ties the game. A really important game in the ninth inning.
Kind of a big deal.
As you're trying to, work your way to winning a World Series. But that's neither here nor there.
I didn't like the Uribe. I don't see the point of it. I didn't see the point of it. You're telling me that you couldn't get 3 outs from someone else and tried to keep that at a 1 or 2 run ball game. But now, I mean, you almost kind of, I'm not going to say burned him for tomorrow because it's the postseason, but like it's a lot of pitches and he showed weakness, and they got a lot of good looks at him, a lot of good swings. Forced a couple walks. Like I didn't see the point of it. It put him in a weird spot.
No, because if he holds him there, Durbin actually does wear it. They go on to win the game. You're looking at that going, that was brilliant bullpen management because you kept it a 1-run game.
It wasn't though, because he gave up one because they went up 2-0. It was 1-0 and then they went up 2-0. So.
Fair.
I think it would have bailed out.
I was thinking best case scenario. Yeah.
I think it would have bailed him out and covered that up, because sometimes that does happen.
Or maybe that was the point I was trying to make. Yeah.
I think it's just a weird decision, but it is what it is. Can we talk about that double play?
How have we not talked about the double play? Oh my goodness. So I know I've said on here before that there have been moments, whether regular season or postseason, where I could just, I'm sitting there watching a game for 3, 4, 5, even 6 innings sometimes, and there's just, nothing really doing. In this case, Blake Snell is just, cruising along. And then I'm like, what's that noise? Oh, it's Rookie around the corner letting me know that he has to go outside. So I'm like, hey, buddy, you got to go outside? Let's go outside. I come back in to a feed filled with nothing but tweets about what just happened and screenshots of just confused faces, both on and off the field. And then I see your text of what in the world just happened. And then I see the replay, and I'm hearing force out at home. And I'm like, do we not realize that this was a fly ball, out? And then I see the replay again, because I'm not watching it live, because when I went back and watched the full 5-second segment or 5-minute segment where they were talking about it and sort of sifting through all the replays and all that stuff, I'm like, okay, now I see that it hit the wall here. But in my initial understanding, I see a fly ball caught, snagged, robbed almost, thrown into home. And I see Contreras doing a first baseman stretch. I'm like,
what's happening?
Did they change the rules? Why are we trying to beat the throw home instead of trying to avoid a tag? I don't know. But anyway, what an insane double play that was.
Unbelievable. I mean, that is another point to this too, was that likely should have cleared the bases if not been a grand slam. It's such a turn of events that like that game could have been over a lot quicker. But yeah, to clank it, I'm not even really say clank it because it was, crashing up against the wall trying to make a play, but pops out of the glove, hits the wall. Apparently runners can't see it. They did show on the replay that the left field umpire, because you remember we've got a couple more umpires now.
Love that.
In the postseason, which is top tier. Left field umpire is running out saying no catch, no catch. And that's his call. So, like, yes, there's only so much you can do as a base runner. I can't totally blame the Dodgers. But it was a big mistake. Could have cost them game one. Almost did. But, yeah. Glove off the wall, back into the glove. Cut off man to shortstop. Throws it home. Get the force. Which is wild to me that, like, if you see that ball getting thrown in, how do you not beat that? How do you not get home? I think that was Freddie running.
No, it's Teoscar.
It's Teoscar running. That's right. Yeah. And then Contreras was like, I'm not even going to risk throwing this thing. I'll just walk it down to third. And again, once you saw that call at home being called out, how does Will Smith not take off and go to third? But he doesn't. Just a weird situation. Very, very strange.
I can't really fault
the base runners too much.
This is very bizarre play. Because what's it? I can never remember the main guy on the broadcast. It's with who's that? Frank Core and
Darling.
Yeah, Rondo. Who's the main guy though?
I don't know.
Is that Burkhart? No, Burkhart's Fox, I think. I don't know. No. The reason I was confused when I saw the replay initially, because again, I missed it live in the moment because I was outside letting my dog out.
Did he poop?
No, he doesn't do that at night. Only on his evening walks. Or on his daytime walks. At night it's just quick, hey, let me empty the tank and then go to bed. That's all that really is.
Tough timing.
Yeah,
you got a rookie.
Yeah, so no, it's not his fault. It's just that's the way my viewing experience goes. But when I came back, I heard him on the call. He was like, whatever he said. He was like, and it goes up against the wall, and it's out of his glove, and he caught it. So in my mind, I'm going, okay, that's a catch. And then it goes back to what I was saying earlier, where I see a relay home. Contreras stretched out like a first baseman.
He's like, no, it's a force.
I'm like, what are we talking about? Yeah. And then I see Contreras running to third. I'm like, how many outs are we working with here? But what a play. Crazy play.
I mean, to get out of that was nuts.
Truly.
That's all right. Brew can fight back. Freddie hit a ball that went over the moon and came straight back down. It was like a 46-degree launch angle or something like that. That
was
home
this
run?
I may have been. No, I'm not thinking of the home run. Did he have like a double or something?
Yeah, that was
where the camera work was
a little shoddy,
little wild. Yeah, but Blake Snell, as I was going to say, I cannot stress enough how enjoyable it was to watch this performance. I mean, just dominant, and it continues. I know it's October, and we're not talking regular season numbers here anymore, but I would like to think that October Blake Snell is just a continuation of second half Blake Snell, which, as we know, is very, very, very good. So. Was I expecting this? No, but am I surprised? Not at all. And look, we can talk about the fact that, well, he didn't go out for the ninth. Should have gone out for the ninth. Honestly, good on Dave Roberts for letting him handle the 8th because for a split second there I was like,
yeah, well,
Dave's gonna pull him here, isn't he?
I'm sure he was uncomfortable just letting that happen. Yeah, unbelievable start. Unbelievable stuff. I mean, this is what I feared. This is what I feared with the last series with the Phillies. Not saying that the Phillies would have come back and won that series, or specifically if they get out of that jam and, you know, the throw is made. I don't know if they come back and win and end up taking the series, but like the Dodgers just feel like it's, you know, you give them an inch and they will take a mile, and you need to step on their throats. So I'm hoping that the Brewers just kind of take this one on the chin and like figure it out.
How did because I know, honestly, regardless what numbers say, I know how I feel about the Mariners' chances with 3 games at home being up 2-0. But what are the Dodgers' numbers at home? Yeah, they were 52-29 at home this year.
Yeah.
So
now, I mean, the Brew Crew, they got to win tomorrow, and they have to get one in LA, which is not easy.
Tomorrow, game 2 is a must win. I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
Must win.
I don't like throwing must wins at game 2s very often, but
this is it.
Given the circumstances, game 2 is a must win.
Yeah. Need it.
If
Who's going?
If you're the Brewers. Let's see. You know, the thing I hate about MLB.com is they don't give you the probables anymore. Like on the home screen.
Yoshi versus Freddie.
Yoshi's ready, dude. Did you see him doing his stretching in preparation?
Wall yoga?
Yeah, dude. You saw that. Isn't that crazy?
Wild.
Man's dialed in. Man is dialed in. So,
and Freddie did not look
luck.
great against the Cubs in his last start out. So it's gonna be interesting. A little bounce back.
But I mean, that's who you'd want in an unofficial must-win game 2, regardless.
True. I'm gonna needle something out of that offense.
Yeah.
Tip your cap. Blake, you had our number tonight, but now it's time to go.
Our as in the Brewers. You're not saying our as in you and I being Brewers fans.
Put me in a casserole and call me from Milwaukee. That's what it is.
We've been
now.
getting called out for
Right
our
now.
anti-Dodger bias the last 3 years, by the way. I don't know if you know that. Have been getting, you know, the receipts have been laid out, and it's hard to defend on our behalf. You know,
I don't need to defend anything.
Well,
we're all sick of it. We know it. They know it.
Yeah, I don't know why we're special in that regard. Like literally everybody has got Dodger fatigue. I don't know why we're being called out in particular. But you know what? Receipts are receipts, and I respect any effort that's made that uses factual evidence to make a case against us, and not just, well, you guys are idiots.
No, I didn't mean that. I was literally just talking from the perspective
I know.
Of the Brewers clubhouse, you know. You got to tip your cap to what Snell did tonight, and you just like understand that, like, you know, sometimes there's just dominance, and that guy is known to be dominant. So you just kind of tip your cap and move on.
Tip your cap. Trying to think. Was there anything else from this game? Covered Snell. Covered the double play.
That's it.
That was really it.
By the time
I know what my final thought was going to be. I know what my final thought on this game was going to be. I really thought with the way that...
You
No.
gonna cough it up?
Yeah. Is that who?
He came in after Sasaki.
Yeah, but who faced Yelich? Was that Sasaki's last batter, or was that Trinan? Why do I feel like that was?
I thought that was Trinan.
Was it? Either way, whoever it was, I just thought with the way that this season has gone for the Brewers, and the Euchre magic and Yelich being a mainstay with this team.
Oh yeah,
long,
I thought that was gonna be the moment.
I thought for sure he was coming through there, and I'm not saying like, oh, it's your fault you lost the game because you didn't end it right there with one swing, but I felt like that was a moment that Yelich was going to come through. So that's where we're at. Hey, lost you there for a second.
Just a little bit. Good stuff.
I was like, man, this guy's really locked into what I'm saying here. This must be making a good point. No, but that's all we got. Any bold takes here, bold predictions? Game 2 for the NLCS is on Tuesday,
ain't it?
but we've got 2 games under our belts for the Mariners Blue Jays series. Does this series come back to Toronto?
No.
And like I said, we've only got 1 game in the books for this Dodgers Brewers series, but does this series come back to Milwaukee? What's your gut say? What's your heart of hearts say? Set aside your anti-Dodger bias that you all but owned up to, and tell me if you think that this series is coming back to Milwaukee. No, he doesn't think it's coming back to Milwaukee.
Just feel like it fully reset their bullpen. Like tonight, like fully.
That was huge. Yeah.
Reset everything.
That was huge.
So, and like if Yamamoto, he hasn't looked as sharp, but if he's able to have a good start tomorrow, like even if they win or lose, like he can, you know what I mean? If he can keep it close and give you 6 or 7, it's like a bullpen that's beat up like that, giving them back-to-back days potentially of rest and then another travel day of rest.
If you get 75% of September Yamamoto, it's game over.
Yeah.
It's game over. Anyways, good baseball thus far. I'm hoping for more of it. I don't want these blowouts.
Yeah.
It's nice to have one sprinkled in every now and then, but let's keep these games close.
I agree.
We got our We got our 10-3 game. Let's get back to some good baseball like tonight. Brewers Dodgers. Let's get more of that. More of what we saw in game 1 of the NLCS. Any thoughts?
You know what I did today? You'd be proud.
What'd you do?
Went to Costco for lunch. It's awesome.
What was the context? You're just out and we're driving by a Costco?
I was telling, I don't know, when you're with a coworker, sometimes you just get into like random conversation. We were talking about grocery shopping and stuff. And he's like, do you guys like go grocery shopping like constantly throughout the week? And I was like, no. I was like, it's like one big trip to Costco like every other month. And then you kind of just fill in the gaps every once in a while.
Every other month? You're going 2 months on a Costco run?
Oh, yeah.
Do you not get
100%.
produce there?
No. That's what I'm saying. We don't do that. It's strictly like protein. We just get all of our meat and stuff there.
That's fair.
Like meat and then like your household stuff, like your toilet paper towels, that kind of stuff.
Sure.
By the way, I got a message from our little tangent. Our guy, we have a friend up in Canada. Sean.
Pod's over. This is just bonus content.
Sean, he just put C as his last name. He's from Canada. He was like, hey, I heard you talking about paper plates on the pod. And he's like, do you guys use like paper plates often? And I was like, all the time. All the time.
We just stocked up on them from Costco today.
All the time, bro.
We're
like
so set.
If it's like a late dinner, we don't feel like doing dishes. Basically anything that's not like a saucy dinner, paper plate. And he's like, that's wild. He's like, it's so rare to use up in Canada. And I was like, y'all got some stuff to learn. No, so my guy was like, I was telling my coworker about like, yeah, Costco's awesome. And he's like, we don't have it. Like, I've never really like done that. He's got 2 little kids. And I was like, dude, Costco's great. It's miserable to go to sometimes, but it's like really solid. You can save a ton of money. Gas is always like 30 cents cheaper there. And I was like, you know what? Their food court's super cheap. Let's go get lunch. So we finished some work and then went over there and he was like, I loaded up. I got a chicken bake. I got a slice of pizza and a drink. I only finished like half the chicken bake, but it was like $6. He got all of that plus a cookie. It was like $9. And he's like, I've never had leftovers from $9 before. I was like, yeah, homie, this is the joint. This is the spot.
Man.
And he's like, I get it. We walked around. I like got him some samples. He was like, this is real? They're still doing this? I was like, oh yeah, they're still doing this. Let's go get some meatballs. You want some pita chips? They got those over here. So I sold somebody on Costco today.
You want some Cheez-Its? You want a foreign delicacy? It's literally it got everything.
Whatever you need. The first thing he saw when we walked in was like a 30 pack of cookies for $18. And he's like, what? I was like, welcome to the promised land, dog. This is the one. You're here.
Crazy.
Yeah.
We could talk Costco all day.
Good. Got
like
myself
I said,
a blue Powerade. Just top tier.
Was
There's
this
something
your-
about Powerade out of a fountain.
Was this your first Costco visit
with Coke?
with Coke?
Yeah.
Shout them out, man. Shout out to Costco for coming to their senses and be like, let's get the superior beverage in here.
Pepsi's just not the play.
Not to play.
I used to have to get Mountain Dew because I was just like, I don't need anything else.
Costco Mountain Dew did hit, so
It was fine. But now, they got lemonade. We got Powerade.
they got it all.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, the pod ended like 10 minutes ago. We were just talking Costco. So I hope you
Yeah.
enjoyed a little bonus segment.
Typical sign off topic. We'll be here. We'll be here Wednesday, right? I think we're thinking Wednesday.
Hard to say. Who knows? We'll play it
Maybe.
by ear. We'll see how the series go. We will see how they go, and we'll let you know. Oh, we're going to be live streaming one of these games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so keep an eye out once we make a final decision on that. Keep an eye out for when we'll be live streaming and hop on and join us. We'll be on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter/X.
Yeah.
Just hanging out, watching ball, talking ball. Not keeping book, just laying low, hanging out,
Don't got the heart.
relaxing.
Yeah.
Shout out front row Amy at the Brewers games.
She was keeping book.
I didn't realize that's like an every game thing, I think.
I like that. Something about that older generation just keeps book.
It's dedication, man.
Yeah. Pass it
Dedication.
down.
All right, it's 12:30 out here, and I got to get to bed.
Yeah, I gotta go poop.
Nice.
See ya. Don't go chase Carballs.
Love you all, and as always, looking forward to talking more baseball with you guys soon. Until next time, stay filthy.